In the ever-revolving world of Formula One, few names have succeeded in capturing the hearts of fans like Daniel Ricciardo. With his trademark grin, electrifying overtakes, and fearless pursuit of victory, Ricciardo has become a name for both charm and grit. Underneath his infectious smile is the story of a relentless, ambitious, and an unwavering, resilient driver. From a humble beginning in Australia to becoming an 8-time Grand Prix winner, Daniel Ricciardo's story isn't just about racing, it's about how he defied the odds and inspired millions. Get ready as we take a journey into the remarkable life of a man who races with passion, perseverance, and the soul of a true champion. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more gripping Formula One content. Ricciardo's story began in the colourful surroundings of Perth, where he was born to an Italian father who had moved to Australia. Motivated by his family's desire for opportunity and achievement, he found his early passion in go-karting. His persistence and fighting spirit quickly paved ways for him. At just 18, he secured himself a place in the Red Bull Junior program after a good finish in the Formula Renault Italia series in 2007. This was when his dedication to pursuing his dream as a Formula One driver started.
Daniel, what a first race of the season and what a last lap.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I still don't really know what happened from lap 1 to 58, but the last lap was cool. You know, I think I was a bit fortunate to be at the tail end of the group, so I could watch it all unfold and put a bit of an attack on John Eric, and he covered his line, and I knew I could probably make a switch back, and it worked out perfect. So out of the corner, we were both in a sprint car sideways, but managed to hold on, and I didn't even know what position I was, to be honest. When the engineer said you finished P9, I was like, shit. That was pretty crazy.
The transformation from go-karting to race cars is monumental. Yet, Ricciardo was a success. His early career saw him grow, securing wins in British Formula 3 and Formula Renault 3.5. His penchant for learning quickly became evident. In 2011, he made his first Formula 1 rookie debut with Hispania Racing, a team with its own fair share of challenges. Yet, through sheer determination, he proved that he belongs to the world's biggest stage. After his debut season, Ricciardo's talent was on display. He moved to Team Toro Rosso, where he began to show his competitive spirit in the sport. The early years were demanding, competing alongside names that were already established in the game. But Ricciardo's determination for taking on challenges shone through. Each race served as a platform to show off his potential, resulting in a 2014 promotion to the Red Bull Racing team. Competing against 4-time champion Sebastian Vettel was a tough task. Yet, Ricciardo faced the challenge head-on. He showed his dexterity on the track and an uncanny ability to remain calm under pressure. His first victory in Montreal that year was not just a win, it was a statement. As he raced across the finish line, Ricciardo stamped his place as a rising star in Formula One, leaving fans breathless with excitement.
Head this time, Sergio Perez isn't having it all his own way. Ricciardo is a lot closer to Sergio Perez coming out of that chicane. There are 5 laps to go, and there goes Daniel Ricciardo on Sergio Perez, moves up into second place, goes onto the grass, almost gets hit by Perez. Vettel almost gets down the inside of Sergio Perez. Ricciardo stays in second place ahead of the Force India, ahead of his teammate Massa.
Rosberg continues to do his sensational job up front.
One of the most charming sides of Ricciardo's persona is his celebration style known as the shoey. This eccentric ritual, which involved drinking champagne from his race-worn shoe, brought a touch of comradeship to the podium. Way back in 2016 at the Hockenheim Grand Prix, Ricciardo was on the podium and surprisingly celebrated with his shoey style, and the crowd loved it. The shoey became a symbol of celebration, highlighting Ricciardo's unique character and influence with the crowd. In a sport often seen as a serious showmanship, Ricciardo's lightheartedness stood out. It makes everyone realize that racing is as much about joy and camaraderie as it is about competition. The image of him laughing with his fellow drivers or asking them to do the shoey style became iconic. It shows a rare blend of competitiveness and fun that draws him closer to a new generation of Formula One fans. Despite the way he brings a smile to people's faces, Ricciardo is fiercely competitive. Each race presented an opportunity to prove himself, and he never fails to deliver a good performance. However, when Max Verstappen came on board the Red Bull team in 2016, new dynamics came into the team. The battles between the two were intense, showcasing Ricciardo's skill, but also highlighting the pressure he's facing.
It's Sebastian Vettel from Kimi Räikkönen. Then comes Valtteri Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton's losing places as they touch the two Red Bulls and Ricciardo going wide into turn 2, and there's Carlos Sainz sliding through, and there's big problems for Ricciardo, who spins round on turn 3.
If that's who I think it was, yes.
As Ricciardo navigated these turbulent waters, his resilience shone through. While he faced the many intricacies of team dynamics, he was persistent in doing what he knows how to do best, driving. Yet, it became clear that he won't be staying long with Red Bull. Rumours about favouritism towards Verstappen began to go round, leaving Ricciardo to think of what to do next. Ricciardo's decision to abandon Red Bull at the end of 2018 for Renault took many by surprise. It was an important shift, one that will be left in the memories of fans for a long time to come. Opting for a fresh start, Ricciardo took a calculated risk, believing it would lead to new opportunities. However, the challenge at Renault was very tough. The competitive nature of F1 is relentless, and Ricciardo soon found himself in the middle of a struggle for results. Despite the obstacles, Ricciardo never lost faith in himself. He secured a memorable victory in Monza in 2021. In 2021, reigniting the fire within him and letting everyone that cares to listen that he still has what it takes. His joy was palpable, a testament to his resilience. Yet, the whispers of doubt continued, and as he reflected on his journey, he pondered what the future might hold.
Always popular wherever he goes. Very much appreciated by the crew members in the garage.
You've still got your boots on, so you didn't fancy a shoey?
Oh, mate, this is really bad. I forgot all about it.
In a twist of fate, Ricciardo made a return to the Red Bull family in 2023 as a reserve driver. This chapter of his career reignited hope among fans. It was a chance for him to bring back lost glories in a familiar environment. The relationship between him and the younger drivers was electric, as Ricciardo brought a wealth of experience and wisdom to the team. As he took on the role of mentor, Ricciardo's charming personality shone brighter than ever. His passion for racing remained unwavering, and the fans continued to support him, eager to see what lay ahead. Yet, questions continued to be asked. Would he get another chance to race? The uncertainty only intensified the passion at stake, as fans hoped to see their beloved Honey Badger back on the track. One memorable incident that fans and motorsport analysis will not forget in Formula One history involving Daniel Ricciardo was at the Singapore Grand Prix. The race, which was filled with tension and strategy, saw Ricciardo execute a tactical pit stop late in the race, aiming not just for a better position, but for something more.
This weekend in the car that might not have been second best.
Well done, Max. You got every ounce of performance out of that today. So, yeah, 8 points down to Lando. So you've driven a very strong weekend. And your old pal Daniel picked up a fastest lap at the end as well, mate.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, he's quickly understood the significance of that, hasn't he? You're right, it was a tremendous performance from Verstappen.
This calculated decision allowed Ricciardo to snatch the coveted fastest lap point, an important milestone achievement in its own right. The move, while brilliant, was controversial. Critics argued that Ricciardo's strategy went against team dynamics, as it appeared he was prioritising personal accolades over collective goals. However, Ricciardo defended his actions, saying that every point counts in the high-stakes world of Formula One. His ability to perform such a strategic play showcased his racing intelligence, but it also stirred an unsettled controversy regarding the ethics of racing tactics in the sport. Fans were left debating the balance between individual glory and team unity, adding another layer of complexity to Ricciardo's already compelling narrative. Daniel Ricciardo's journey in Formula One is one of triumphs, challenges, and unwavering determination. What he represents is not just about winning, but also about the joy he spreads around teammates and fans. With every smile, every shoey, and every exhilarating race, Ricciardo has captured the hearts of millions. As we look back at his career, we see that Ricciardo is more than just a driver. He is a beacon of hope for aspiring racers.
For this entire race as Ricciardo starts his final lap.
Vettel then only just finding some grip into 117, still nowhere near Daniel Ricciardo. I've got it, buddy. He certainly has.
He led FP1, FP2, FP3, Q1, Q2 and Q3 and the race, leading that every lap of the race as well. Last time this happened, USA. It doesn't happen very often, but it's a perfect Monaco Grand Prix weekend for Daniel Ricciardo, with Red Bull celebrating their 250th Grand Prix as they did in their 100th and their 150th with a race win as well. You can't deny, Martin, he really does deserve it this weekend.
Not quite there yet, but he does. He's dominated, hasn't he?
What lies ahead for Daniel Ricciardo is still uncertain. Yet, one thing is very certain. His journey is not over yet. For fans, the hope is that they will see more iconic moments from the Honey Badger, a driver who dared to dream big and lead a generation to embrace their passions wholeheartedly. As we celebrate Daniel Ricciardo, let us appreciate the memories he has left on and off the track. His story serves as a tribute not just to everything he has brought to the sport, but also to the spirit of racing itself. A reminder that every twist and turn leads to new opportunities, and that the journey is what truly matters.